Hello everyone, and welcome back to Space Engine. Uh, yeah, I've been busy recently. I'm moving, and I was actually getting a whole bunch of footage for some other videos, like more music videos I was going to do with KSP and whatnot. Oh, and I figured that I would just do a video with Space Engine because everyone seems to like this series, and I want to continue my quest for life, which it looks like we found another planet with life. Yeah, I don't have any specific topics to talk about this time, so I'm just gonna wing it again. All right, let's see, we got one on here. Where is this planet with life? I'm gonna assume it is not the hot Selena. Is it a moon? Yeah, I just turned it on right now, so it's a little slow at the moment. It'll pick up. Warm Terra. Warm Terra with life. Excellent. See what kind of life we can find in this fractal universe we call Space Engine. Yeah, so I was working on some other videos and stuff, and I just had no time to do, well, to work on Lathe Initiative. So I will be getting back to that. Like it's still there, and I'm working on it. And where's my Warm Terror with life? Um, what's this? All right. It was acting weird and bugging out, but I seem to have fixed it. So yeah. Anyways, back to what I was doing. We found this planet with life, so we're gonna check it out. So for looking at the temperature, it's a little cooler than Earth. The pressure is a little, ooh, it's higher. It's lower than the first one we found. It looks interesting. Oh, look at that. It's a weather pattern. There's a bunch of them, actually. There's a lot of swirling weather systems. But it has life, so we're gonna land on it. Actually, you can just land like this. Control G. Ugh, see, that was really weird. It was just, like, the mouse was unresponsive. Everything else was working, but I couldn't move around, and it was, weird. I might have really low FPS right now. Anyways, this is our second planet with life we found. Oh, we landed in the ocean or something. Let's just get out of the water. Or whatever this is. See if we can find land. Let it generate the land. Let's see here. I again don't know if there's any oxygen in the atmosphere. It looks like the sky looks like there would be. So if the life here is carbon-based, we could probably get a large order life, like multicellular stuff, like animals and stuff. Because on Earth, the first life to arise was bacteria, and there was really for billions of years there was no other life but just bacteria, and there was no oxygen in the atmosphere either. But once photosynthesis, like plants and well, microbiotic plants started photosynthesizing and producing oxygen, that's when large-scale life started to arise, like multicellular life. Which actually, fun fact about that, um, during this period of oxygenation, a lot of iron in the water was actually like it was the first to be oxidized, and you got iron oxide, and it all conformed into layers and whatnot, and it actually formed all the or most of the iron deposits we have nowadays is thanks to just all this oxygen binding with um, iron in the water to produce iron oxide. So actually, yeah, um, the oxygen had to first oxidize all the iron in the water before the oxygen started becoming free oxygen in the atmosphere. And it was actually after this last snowball Earth period that multicellular life showed up. And that was a period of in Earth's history when um, the planet was completely covered over in ice, like from pole to pole. And it was like before that, it was all single-celled, and right after that, after the thaw, is when we started finding multi-celled colonies. Anyways, that was an interesting little planet, but not much there. Let's continue on our little journey. Where are we? It's a blue giant with two planets. Those could be interesting little worlds. Yeah, we're back in the Milky Way, by the way. In fact, this current star is a real star. In fact, a lot of these stars are real stars. Oh wow, look at that. The graphics are suffering a little bit this episode. Sorry about that. I can probably check them, but whatever. Okay, so it has a cold ice world. It has a gas giant with moons. There's a frozen ice world with no moons. This is a moon too. Hmm. Let's go to the moon of the frozen ice world. Why? Because there's the Andromeda. We were there a while ago. Okay, 6 minutes. Or so my android tells me. Dun dun. Ooh. This is an interesting Callisto-esque world. Callisto being one of the four large not Julian, Galilean moons of Jupiter. Jovian, I guess I should say. And they go by both. And it's an ice world, but that's just covered, like pot-marked with impacts. Ooh, let's land on the Terminator, which is the part, if you don't know the space lingo, the Terminator is the part on a planet or moon, or any body really, where the shadow of the dark meets the light. Like, for example, if you're looking at our moon, the best viewing is always on the Terminator, because the contrast in dark and light gives you the best viewings of craters and mountains. So yeah, if you have a telescope or binoculars and you like doing stargazing, there's a little tip for you. I love stargazing. And living where I do, if you get far enough away from the cities, you can actually get some really good viewing. All right. Actually, you know what? The terrain loading isn't. Whoa, that's weird. It's getting better. Yeah, the program just loaded up, and I didn't give it time to load. There's these picture perfect pizza or like pie tray craters. Weird. I'm also watching Star Trek Voyager right now, so this is fitting. I think 7 of 9 is doing something stupid, and they're trying to figure out why, but Borg, what do you expect? Alright. I could put this in airplane mode, but it's better this way. I love the fractal, oh, that's cool. Star, the twin suns over this mountain range, and is that its moon? Its moon looks very similar. This actually looks like a Pluto-Charon arrangement, only Pluto actually has quite a few moons. It has Pluto, Charon, Hydra, um, Nyx, and then there's like two others which were found a while ago, but I never learned their actual names. Their names when I saw them were like PL018, something like that. I don't know. I remember their names like that. I don't know their actual names. Kind of like I remember Sedna used to be called Xena when they first found it. Anyways, actually, let's go to its moon. I should whatever. We'll do it manually. From the Earth to the Moon. Good book. Jules Verne's a cool guy. I also like H.G. Wells' First Man in the Moon. That was a really interesting book. It got weird really fast. Not to spoil anything, but about halfway through, it goes from weird space adventure with aliens to really weird. And I guess a bit of a spoiler, so the two guys get high on space mushrooms at one point. And this looks pretty much the same as the planet, its host planet. Yeah. Well, let's continue on then. What's this over here? 9 planets around a yellow dwarf. HIP 1697. Boring. Orange dwarf, 6 planets. 7 planets. Large Magellanic Cloud. Oh, I love the Magellanic Cloud. Why is my mouse being unresponsive again? I don't like that. It's like, seriously, whoa, there we go. That's why it's being unresponsive. I do like the large Magellanic Clouds, or the large small, because they're like the Milky Way's satellite galaxies, and they're pretty cool. But I can't see them where I am, 'cause I'm in the northern hemisphere. The northwestern hemisphere, actually. If I was like in Australia, you can see them every freaking day, and that'd be just really cool. I also like the large Magellanic Cloud for fanboy reasons. All right. I know I'm just busy looking for stars, but again, oh, but again, I'm not making this series to do with take anything seriously. I'm just stumbling around the universe, which people seem to enjoy. So it's like, okay, I'm cool with that. It's kind of like the classic Star Trek, where they kind of had missions here and there, but for the most part, they were just like actually I think Enterprise, the new series or the last series, Jonathan Arch, whatever. That's probably a better analogy because they basically just stumbled around the galaxy with really no mission other than talk to people. Frozen Ice World. Ah, God damn it. Yeah, again, I can't see the. This one has life on it, so let's do that. Now, someone said I could like with binary, I could actually click on it and then get all of its planets, but I can't seem to get it to work. Oh, whoa, there we go. Well, all of my complaints are now no longer valid. Warm terror with life. This looks strangely familiar. God, I keep getting these really weird. Like, I want to find an Earth-like planet that has life on it, but I keep getting these weird ones. All right, what's its temperature? 29.6. Yeah, it's temperate. It's same as the other one actually. Tilt. I don't care about that. What is the atmospheric pressure? 76. Again, with these really high atmosphere planets, I want to find one that has like a very low atmosphere. Like, my goodness. Let's get close in on it. So I know you can find some really interesting green planets with like, more life familiar life, but I'm getting all these weird ones that have rather strange extraterrestrial life. Is it worth landing on this? 'Cause we've been on a lot like this. Well, I guess I can kind of do a manual landing, but let's not break anything. Okay. In the upper atmosphere. Oh God, it's hazy down here. Whoa. Oh God, I hope this is all moisture in the atmosphere, not just smog. God, it's a very hazy atmosphere. What's that? Is that one of the planets? Yeah, it's a warm Terra. Well, for sake of argument, shake. Oh, come on, click on it. There we go. For sake of argument, let's go to its neighboring, non-life-bearing warm Terra planet. It's actually hotter than that one. Atmospheric pressure. Holy crap, 136.87 atmospheres. Or, yeah, that's pretty high. Which it kind of has a bit of a Mars-Venus look to it. Actually, been all like this. Oh, let's continue on. Yeah, Venus's atmosphere is like, ah, damn it. This game. My computer keeps having issues. I don't know. Wow, more with life? Were we just there? No, we weren't. Wow, we're just raking the planet, the life planets this episode. But on Venus, it has a very thick atmosphere. It's fantastic, but not actually because it's a really face melty world. It's beautiful from a distance, from a non-face melty distance. All right, let's check it out. It's not responding. Of course, it's not. Do any of these have life, or is it? Okay, this one. Whoa, is it brown dwarf? Before we go to the planet, I'm gonna go to the brown dwarf with light, or the brown dwarf. My game keeps freezing and not responding. I need to clean up my computer one of these days, or do something because something's messing up my computer's processing power. Shoop. Brown dwarfs are interesting because a brown dwarf is basically a star that failed. It's basically a ball of gas that is hot. It's big enough that it almost got star status, but it's still kind of a planet, but it's still producing. It's like it's glowing basically with heat, but it's not really a star. Anyways, let's go to this one because it's one of the life planets. Oh, it's a moon this time. Yeah, like a lot of the planets exoplanets they found are just like really massive gas giants, and a few kind of qualify as a brown dwarf, but not quite. It's like Jupiter, like people like to say, I saw a comet too. We're gonna have to go there when we're done here. Jupiter is a good example because it has, um, see, we're here. Let's click on it. Holds the temperate terror with life. Jupiter actually produces more heat than it gets from the sun, just because of all the friction and compression in its atmosphere. Fun fact. And it actually feels, if it was much bigger, it could actually be a star. What's the temperature like? 253, that's nice. What's the atmosphere? 6. Okay, so that's a little better. That's still pretty thick, but nothing we can't handle. I'd be tempted to land on it, but I want to see that comet too, actually. Yeah, let's see if I can find that comet, because that was, ah, there it is. An evaporating body. Yeah, I found a really interesting life planet. We found a bunch so far. I think like, that's like our third this episode. My goodness. What do we got going on here? Do 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 do. I've never actually played a Zelda game. Actually, I know I used to have a one for the old brick Game Boy. Anyways, this is an interesting little world. Let's wait for it to load. If it will permit to load. Those fractures or are those just texture glitches? I think they're a mixture of both. It's like they're pressure ridges, but they're also not. Hmm. I actually still have all my old Game Boy games and the brick Game Boy and an SP. Oh, it looks like a face. A screaming face. A screaming dinosaur alien face. That's actually just a case of pareidolia, which is basically like well, it's like a visual or auditory response. Like for example, the face on Mars, that was just pareidolia because it wasn't actually a face, but by looking at it, we associate it with a face. Or it's like seeing animals in clouds or something like that, or you know, seeing a funny shape in a vegetable. It's just pareidolia. Well, I guess we have enough time to go to one more place. These life planets are they're interesting, they're a little disappointing. I want to find an interesting little planet. Uh, a drill dwarf triple. That sounds like fun. Oh, hey, look at that. Stargate Atlantis came on. Cool. I guess I'll watch that on another episode. It's 4:08 a.m. I should sleep, but sleep, no. I don't like sleeping. It's one of those fun things, you know. You get more done at night, though, so. It says triple, yet the third one disappears. Alright. Yellow dwarf. Let's click on it. A hot Oceana. Ooh. Ooh, I like Oceanas. One of the Gliese stars in Gliese 58, one of the planets in Gliese 581 is probably an Oceania. Like in real life, I'm talking about. It's just by its mass, its size, and just its spectral analysis, it probably has a global ocean, much like this. Oh, look at that. Probably land on it, see if we can find where the clone army is being made. Ha, Star Wars joke. And that moon looks interesting. Guess I can go there too. Orbiting this Oceania, which has no life. But it looks decent. Oh, actually, I didn't check its atmosphere before. I'll click it when we get here. I like doing the specs on this. What's this one? Oh, this is a pretty hot little moon. Now this looks like Callisto. My goodness, it's pot marked. Hot, so I know it's probably made of rock. I can't imagine there being an ice body this far out. If it was liquid water, yeah, anyways, that Oceania, let's check it. Its stats. Yeah. Its gravity is pretty good. Its temperature is kind of hot, yes. Its atmosphere is a little thinner. Hmm, intriguing. Well, time is up, so we're gonna land on this interesting little moon. Control C. No, it's Control G. Dyslexia. Alright, we're just gonna land on this rocky little moon here. And that's where we'll leave off for this episode. Wow, we found a whole bunch of like life-bearing planets this run. I'm kind of impressed. And some interesting moons. I'm trying to find some more interesting stuff. But then again, we have a whole universe to explore, and I plan on, playing this game a lot. So hey, I don't. We'll find interesting stuff eventually. Oh, look at this terrain detail. Actually, you know what? Let's go to this crater. I like craters. Find the best stuff in craters. Like, there's actually another face on Mars. It's called the smiley face on Mars. Go look it up in Google. It's funny. It's in a crater. It just looks like there's a smiley face, and it's awesome. All right, so we're just gonna actually. Oh, okay. Let's not do that. I want to impact somewhere where it's a little more feasible to see what we're doing. So let's stay on this mountain right here. That just changed its shape. All right. You know what? I don't care. This is good enough. But there's something interesting over there I want to go check out. Like, looks white. Whatever. We'll do that next time. Huh. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the support, I guess, because you guys are awesome and you seem to like my videos. And yeah, I'll see you, or I'll make another video whenever. Space.